Hello everyone, Blaster here again, bringing you another video that I hope that you find rather interesting. The topic of today's video is how to fight it back against Dimensional Shifter. This is going to be one of those tips and tricks videos where I'm just telling you what are your outs, what are the cards that you could play to fight back against certain cards that certainly harm this deck. And remember guys, if you like the content that you see, please like, share and subscribe. But if you're not doing any of that, at the absolute least, please leave me a comment because I always love reading your feedback. Please tell me in the comments if whatever I'm showing you helps you out, or like there's another card that you want featuring in our video or something. That would be nice. So this is going to be kind of short, so let's get right into it. Like I said, one of the biggest, let's say, one of the biggest counters of this deck is like Dimensional Shifter, because it's like let's say a floodgate like hand trap that whenever it resolves, like until the end of your opponent's turn, every single card that would be sent to the graveyard is banished instead, and that is really harmful for the deck because we have a lot of effects that require the graveyard. Because let's say like you are missing on Malicious, you are missing on Denier, you are missing on Shadow Mist, and because you are missing on those cards, that means that cards like Bion no longer work, and Bion is essentially one of the biggest combo stars that we have, and if he cannot resolve his effect, well, you are in big trouble because you're essentially not fusing, and that means that you are you're getting out of 2/3 of your extra deck. So how do you fight back? What are the outs? What are the strategies that you could play in order to like not die to Dimensional Shifter? And we're going to divide it into like three categories, right? Which is going to be, let's say, the two of the three are going to be engine related, and the third one is going to be non-engine related. And I would say like the first play that you could do is just activating Hero Lips. Um, just as a disclaimer or a reminder, usually what happens whenever someone has Dimensional Shifter is whenever before you do anything, before you do any kind of action, your opponent is going to activate it. And actually that's pretty good because you get to choose how to do your combos before, let's say, before you get banished, right? So the first one that you could do is activating Hero Lips. You're gonna pay half your life points and, I don't know, special summon Stratos, and Stratos is gonna get you another hero. And let's say, just for the sake of this demonstration, you're gonna add another Stratos, and Stratos is gonna get you another one. I know this is silly, but just stay with me right now. Like, you just want to hold on until the next turn, right? Whenever the Dimensional Shifter is no longer applying. So let's say you special one Stratos, you normal the Stratos, and Stratos searches another Stratos, and then you could like use them as excess material and special summon the number 41 Babushka. So by doing this thing, you essentially summon a, let's say, a flooded like effect, let's say similar to Plasma, but on an Axis body. The reason why you usually do not see this card in Heroes is because Heroes have like, they lock you into the archetype, right? They lock you into the archetype, and so the moment that you get locked into, you can no longer summon this card. But the thing about Hero Lives is that it's a card that doesn't lock you into anything right away. The things that lock you in this deck are activating the effect of Vision Hero Fairies, or activating any of the, let's say, um, extra hero monsters. Like whenever you activate one of these effects, you are locked into heroes only. Same with like activating like Fusion Destiny. You're locked into heroes. But if you have hero lives, you can do the bagushka, and hopefully, hopefully, that is a way to just hold on onto the next turn so you can start playing again. That is one, let's say, engine way to get an out to the dimensional shifter. But let's say you are not always going to open the hero lips. Just straight up, you're not gonna do it, right? So, what else you could do? One of the other things that you could do is main decking or side deck Elemental HERO Blazeman, because Blazeman not only gets you the polymerization on summon, you can get it without relying on your graveyard, because I mean that is one of the things that I've been covering the channel, because I mean if you were to compare these two monsters, Bion is a better choice because he gets more, let's say, card advantage, it has more card value for its summon, where Blazeman you can only activate one of his two effects once per turn, and if you activate the second one, you get locked into only fusions, which is a really heavy restriction and such. But just to say, this card is pretty good to play around Dimensional Shifter, because let's say you get Shifter right away and you open, I don't know, you open like this, right? And you were just going to like summon Stratos, get into Fairies, and maybe search like Shadow Mist with the emergency call, and do your full combo out of it. But then your opponent changes Dimensional Shifter, and then everything changes, because like trying to summon Fairies is not gonna do it's not gonna do you any favors. So in this case, you're gonna activate emergency call, normal summon Blazeman, and Blazeman is gonna get you the polymerization. And here, right away, you could go straight into activating polymerization, fusing the Blazeman and the Stratos to summon Elemental HERO Infernal Rage, and then Infernal Rage is gonna get you the favorite contact, which is really good, because even if everything here is getting banished, you could still retrieve some of the monsters with the favorite contact. Obviously, if you want this to make it like the full power play, you still need a way to get into Neos. And I mean, there are several ways to do it. Like you could still have like an RE emergency call, or if you already opened the let's say the polymerization, then maybe Blazeman was not necessary. You just normal summon Stratos, get Neos, polymerize, and you have the play already in hand, right? Or you could also do another thing, because actually what I'm about to show you happened to me this last weekend on a tournament match. I was going second again. No, it was the second game against a Pirelli deck out of all decks, and they side decked Dimensional Shifter in hopes to stop my plays, right? So what I had was opening Stratos, Fusion Destiny, and emergency call. Right now I don't remember the other two cards in my hand, but I am pretty sure that I opened like this. And because they open Shifter, I was able to activate emergency call, normal summon Blazeman, Blazeman get the poly, then you fuse these two, get into the Infernal Rage, and then after that you use Fusion Destiny, you send like Neos and the Plasma, and you summon DP, and like you did all of this under Shifter. You have still like the one non-target pop and the mass target pop of the Shining Neos Wingman, and whatever two other cards that you open, right? So essentially this is another way to fight back against that kind of board. And you would say like, I don't know if it's just worth playing Blazeman just for this scenario. But like I've been telling you guys that Blazeman not only is a good workaround around the dimensional shifter, it's also an amazing combo starter whenever you pair it with cards like Destiny Hero Malicious, or like even like Shadow Mist, or even like Liquid Soldier, because you can get into polymerization and you start fusing, and you can get into the polymerization combo lines. Um, if you want to know how to perform them, I'm probably gonna link the tutorial in the description below. But or even then, you could even watch the I have uploaded shorts, and the shorts is just like 1 minute combos, um, and you will be seeing how easy it is to perform those combos, and it's exactly the same result as if you were opening, let's say, Stratos plus Ferris, or like Stratos plus Malicious, or Ferris plus Malicious, or I don't know, like you know the standard plays, right? So that is like the second in game, like in engine, let's say in engine way to stop the dimensional shifter. And lastly, what the other way you could do it is by um, just maining crossout designator and having a dimensional shifter yourself. I know this may be like kind of a desperate measure, but like you know what they say, like desperate things require desperate measures. Um, so yeah, I mean, do not like disregard this option. I feel like this card is really good. Like I'm starting to play it in Heroes, and has saved my life several times. Not only by let's say things like dimensional shifter, also like Droll and Lockberg, which could be another video for later down the line, and also even like Ash Blossom, or like Impermanence, you know, the most common hand traps in the game. So yeah, this is essentially going to be it. I hope you guys liked it. Please like, share, and subscribe. Or if you're not doing any of that, please leave me a comment, because I always love reading your feedback. This is Blesser signing out.